How does a guest operating system work inside a virtual machine? Imagine running multiple computers inside one physical machine. That's what a guest operating system does inside a virtual machine. It acts like it's on its own hardware but isn't. A virtual machine is a software setup that mimics a real computer. It has virtual hardware like CPUs, memory, disks, and network cards. These virtual components are created by a program called a hypervisor. The hypervisor manages how the virtual machine uses the actual hardware of the host computer. The guest operating system thinks it's running on real hardware. It interacts with virtual hardware, sending requests for processing, memory, or storage. The hypervisor catches these requests and translates them into actions on the physical hardware. This way, the guest OS can run smoothly without knowing it's inside a virtual environment. Different hypervisors change how guest operating systems run. Type 1 hypervisors work directly on the physical hardware. They are very efficient because they don't need a host operating system. Type 2 hypervisors run on top of a host operating system, like Windows or Linux. The guest OS runs inside the virtual machine managed by this layer. Inside the virtual machine, the guest operating system manages its own resources. It handles tasks like running applications, managing memory, and organizing files. But it doesn't control the physical hardware directly. Instead, it relies on the hypervisor to give it access to hardware resources. This setup keeps each virtual machine isolated from others and from the host system. People use guest operating systems inside virtual machines for many reasons. They might run old software that only works on older operating systems, or they could test new programs without risking the main system. Virtual machines also help save money by consolidating servers onto fewer physical machines. They can be started, stopped, or moved easily, giving a lot of flexibility. So, in simple terms, a guest operating system inside a virtual machine acts like a fully functioning computer. It thinks it's running on its own hardware, but it's actually sharing resources managed by the hypervisor. This setup allows multiple different operating systems to work side by side on one physical computer, each in its own safe, isolated environment.